Here's the entire roadmap for my 2026 BFDI viewer voting series. This viewer voting will have 9 seasons, but the naming order will be different. Seasons 7 to 8 and 9 won't exist, and there will be 3 Season Zeros. The first season is Season 0A, CTVV 3, or Kelsey's third Total Fire Iron viewer voting. This is based on Kelsey's Total Fire Iron viewer voting, which released in 2024, and Kelsey's Total Fire Iron viewer voting 2.0, which created in 2025. This season will have 16 contestants. If you watched episode 1 of Kelsey's third Total Fire Iron viewer voting, you would already know who they are and what teams they follow into. Kelsey's Total Fire Iron viewer voting 3.1 is called Crying Contest. The murder chat lost that episode. Voters can type in 3 contestants' name in the comments to eliminate them. The person with the most votes will be eliminated. The second episode is called Balance Beam. The episode will start off with a member of the murder chat being eliminated. The murder chat will lose for the second time in a row. Episode 3 will be called Mile Run. The episode starts off with a member of the murder chat being eliminated. The Young Beavers will lose the contest. Episode 4 will be called Elimination Volleyball. The episode will start off with a member of the Young Beavers being eliminated. The murder chat will lose the contest. Episode 5 will be called Rope Climb. The episode will start off with a member of the murder chat being eliminated. The Young Beavers will lose the contest. The voting style will change for the first time. Instead of 3 people, voters can vote 1 person they'd like out. Episode 6 will be called Dodgeball 1. The episode will start off with a member of the Young Beavers being eliminated. The Young Beavers will lose for the second time. The voting style change will be reversed. Voters will vote 3 people they'd like to be eliminated by typing their name down in the comment section below. Episode 7 will be called Spelling Bee. The episode will start off with a member of the Young Beavers being eliminated. The murder chat will lose the contest. This time the voting style will change yet again. Voters can vote 2 people they want to eliminate by typing their name down in the comment section below. The 8th episode will be called Breath Holding Contest. This episode will start off with a member of the murder chat being eliminated. The murderer chat will lose for the second time in a row. The voting style will change yet again. Voters can vote 1 person they want to be eliminated by typing their name down in the comment section below. Episode 9 will be called Dice. This episode will start off with a member of the murder chat being eliminated. The Young Beavers will lose the contest. The voting style will change. Voters can vote 2 people they want to be eliminated by typing their name down in the comment section below. Episode 10 will be called Spinner. This episode will start off with a member of the Young Beavers being eliminated. The Young Beavers will lose for the second time in a row. The voting style will change for the final time of the season. Voters can vote 1 person they want to eliminate by typing their name down in the comment section below. Episode 11 will be called Bowling 1. The episode will start off with a member of the Young Beavers being eliminated. The Young Beavers will lose for the 3rd time in a row. Episode 12 will be called Bowling 2. The episode will start off with a member of the Young Beavers being eliminated. The murder chat will lose. Episode 13 will be called Stack 1. The episode will start off with a member of the murder chat being eliminated. The murder chat will lose for the 2nd time. Episode 14 will be called Stack 2. The episode will start off with a member of the murder chat being eliminated. The Young Beavers will lose the contest. Episode 15 will be called Hurdles 1. The episode will start off with a member of the Young Beavers being eliminated. The TT phase will end and make way for the merge. Since this is the final vote, voters will vote 1 person they want to win the competition by typing their name down in the comment section below. Episode 16 will be the final episode of Season 0A. The episode will be called Hurdles 2. The winner will be announced at the end of the episode. Season 0B will be called CTVV or Kelsey's Total Fire Switch viewer voting. The cast will be the exact same as in Season 0A, minus the winner of the season. If the winner of the season is not Pencil, Pencil will replace the slot of whichever contestant will win Season 0A. The first team will be the Executor Tuna, which consists of Blocky, Golf Ball, Match, Teardrop, and Woody. The second team will be the Shouting Hamsters, which consists of Bubble, Fiery, Ice Cube, Snowball, and Tennis Ball. And the final team will be Another Name, which consists of Coiny, Eraser, Flower, Rocky, and Spongy. Episode 1 will be called Mountain Climb. This will be the only episode of Kelsey's Total Fire Switch viewer voting that has a name. And this will be the 17th episode overall. The Shouting Hamsters win, Another Name will play second, and the Executor Tuna will lose. Voters can vote 1 person they want to leave the team by typing their name down in the comment section below. The 2 people with the most votes will join the team. 1 will join the winning team, and the other will be eliminated. Episode 18 will be the 2nd episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with 1 member of the Executor Tuna joining the Shouting Hamsters and another being eliminated. By random selection, the Executor Tuna will win, the Shouting Hamsters will take 2nd place, and Another Name will be up for elimination. Episode 19 will be the 3rd episode of Season 0B. The episode will start with 1 member of Another Name switching over to the Executor Tuna and another being eliminated. By random selection, the Shouting Hamsters will win, Another Name will take 2nd place, and the Executor Tuna will lose. Episode 20 will be the 4th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with 1 member of the Executor Tuna switching to the Shouting Hamsters and another being eliminated. The Executor Team will win, the Shiny Hamsters will take 2nd place, and Another Name will lose. Episode 21 will be the 5th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with 1 member of the Another Name switching to the Executor Team and another being eliminated. Another Name will consist of only 1 member left, so its last member will join the Shouting Hamsters. The Shouting Hamsters will lose the contest. Episode 22 will be the 6th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with 1 member of the Shouting Hamsters join the Executor Team and another being eliminated. By random selection, the Shouting Hamsters will lose for the 2nd time in a row. Episode 23 will be the 7th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with 1 member of the Shouting Hamsters joining the Executor Team and another being eliminated. Since we're at the final 9, both the Executor Team and the Shouting Hamsters will merge, causing the merge phase to start. 3 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. The The voting style will change. Voters can vote one person they want to be eliminated. The person with the most votes will be eliminated. Episode 24 will be the 8th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 3 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 25 will be the 9th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 3 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 26 will be the 10th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 3 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 27 will be the 11th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. Since we're the final 5, the immunity phase will start. 2 people will win immunity. Episode 28 will be the 12th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 1 person will win immunity. Episode 29 will be the 13th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 1 person will win immunity. Episode 30 will be the 14th episode of Season 0B. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. Voters will vote on which character they want to win by typing their name down in the comment section below. The person with the most votes will win Count C's Total Fire Switch viewer voting. Episode 31 will be the 15th episode of Season 0B. The episode will end with the winner being announced. Season 0C will be called CTVV, or Count C's Total Fire Points viewer voting. The season will contain the following 12 characters: Bubble, Blocky, Coiny, Flower, Golf Ball, Pin, Rocky, Snowball, Spongy, Teardrop, Tennis Ball, and Woody. There will be no teams this season. Episode 32 will be the Season 0C opener. The episode will be called Balance Beam 2. 4 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Voters will vote one person they want to be eliminated by typing their name down in the comment section below. Episode 33 will be the 2nd episode of Season 0C. The episode will be called Dodgeball 2. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 4 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 34 will be the 3rd episode of Season 0C, which is called Mountain Climb 2. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 4 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 35 will be the 4th episode of Season 0C, which is called Balloon Toss. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 3 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 36 will be the 5th episode of Season 0C, which is called Teams. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. For this episode, everyone will be temporarily divided into 2 teams of 4. By random selection, Team A will be up for elimination. Episode 7 will be the 6th episode of Season 0C, which is called Boats. The episode will start with one member of Team A being eliminated. The teams only existed for episode 5, so both teams will merge. 3 people will win immunity. Episode 38 will be the 7th episode of Season 0C, which is called Bridge Crossing 1. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 2 people will win immunity. Episode 39 will be the 8th episode of Season 0C, which is called Eating. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 2 people will win immunity. Episode 40 will be the 9th episode of Season 0C, which is called Pyramid. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 2 people will win immunity. Episode 41 will be the 10th episode of Season 0C, which is called Pole Vaulting. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 1 person will win immunity. Episode 42 will be the 11th episode of Season 0C, which is called Test Taking. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. Since we're the final 2, voters will vote one person they want to win the season by typing their name down in the comment section below. The person with the most votes will win Count C's Total Fire Points viewer voting. Episode 43 will be the Count C's Total Fire Points viewer voting finale, which is called Obstacle Course. The episode will end with the winner being announced. Season 1 will be called CBVV, which is short for Count C's BFDI viewer voting. There will be 20 contestants divided into 2 teams of 10. The first team will be the Squashy Grapes, which consists of Leafy, Ice Cube, Teardrop, Needle, Snowball, Coiny, Tennis Ball, Golf Ball, Flower, and Rocky. And the second team is the Squishy Cherries, which consists of Pin, Pencil, Bubble, Match, Pen, Fiery, Eraser, Blocky, Spongy, and Woody. Episode 44 will be the 1st episode of Season 1 called Take the Plunge. The Squashy Grapes will lose the contest. Voters can vote one person they want to be eliminated by typing their name down in the comment section below. Episode 45 will be the 2nd episode of Season 1 called Barriers and Pitfalls. The episode will start off with a member of the Squashy Grapes being eliminated. The Squishy Cherries will lose the contest. Episode 46 will be the 3rd episode of Season 1 called Are You Smarter Than a Snowball? The episode will start off with a member of the Squishy Cherries being eliminated. The Squishy Cherries will lose for the 2nd time in a row. Episode 7 will be the 4th episode of Season 1 called Sweet Tooth. The episode will start off with a member of the Squishy Cherries being eliminated. The Squishy Cherries will lose for the 3rd time in a row. Episode 48 will be the 5th episode of Season 1 called Bridge Crossing 2. The episode will start off with a member of the Squishy Cherries being eliminated. The Squishy Cherries will lose for the 4th time in a row. Episode 49 will be the 6th episode of Season 1 called Power of 3. The episode will start off with a member of the Squishy Cherries being eliminated. For this episode, the Squashy Grapes will be randomly divided into 3 teams of 3, and the Squishy Cherries will be randomly divided into 2 teams of 3. The brown team will lose the contest. Episode 50 will be the 7th episode of Season 1 called Puzzling Mysteries. The episode will start off with a member of the brown team being eliminated. The red team and orange team will both reunite into the Squishy Cherries. The gray team, the green team, and the brown team will all reunite into the Squashy Grapes. The Squashy Grapes will win the contest. Voters can vote one eliminated contestant to rejoin the game by typing their name down in the comment section below. Episode 51 will be the 8th episode of Season 1 called Cycle of Life. The episode will start off with an eliminated contestant rejoining the game as a member of the Squashy Grapes. One member of the Squishy Cherries will switch over to the Squashy Grapes. 5 members of the Squashy Grapes will defect and form a new team called Another Name. The Squishy Cherries will win, Another Name will take 2nd place, and the Squashy Grapes will lose. This time the voting system will change. Voters can vote one person they want to eliminate by typing their name down in the comment section below. The 2 people with the most votes will leave the team. One will join the winning team and the other will be eliminated. Episode 52 will be the 9th episode of Season 1, called Insectivo's Nightmare 1. The episode will start off with one member of the Squashy Grapes joining the Squishy Cherries and another being eliminated. The Squishy Cherries will win, the Squashy Grapes take 2nd place, and another name will be up for elimination. Episode 53 will be the 10th episode of Season 1, called Crybaby. The episode will start off with one member of another name joining the Squishy Cherries and another being eliminated. The Squashy Grapes will win, the Squishy Cherries take 2nd place, and another name is up for elimination. Episode 54 will be the 11th episode of Season 1, called Lofty. The episode will start off with one member of another name joining the Squashy Grapes and another being eliminated. All 3 teams will merge. 4 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Voters can vote one person they want to eliminate by typing their name down in the comment section below. The person with the most votes will be eliminated. Episode 55 will be the 12th episode of Season 1, called A Leg Up in the Race. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 4 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 56 will be the 13th episode of Season 1, called Don't Lose Your Marbles. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. The 10 eliminated contestants all have a chance to rejoin. Episode 57 will be the 14th episode of Season 1, called Half a Loaf is Better Than None. The episode will start off with eliminated contestants rejoining the game. 4 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 58 will be the 15th episode of Season 1, called Vomit Taco. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 3 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 59 will be the 16th episode of Season 1, called Bowling 3, Now with Explosions. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 1 person will win immunity. Episode 60 will be the 17th episode of Season 1, called The Reveal. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 3 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 61 will be the 18th episode of Season 1, called Reveal Novum. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. Voters will vote on one of 30 recommended characters to join the game. 8-Ball, Balloony, Barfbag, Basketball, Bell, Bombi, Book, Quack, Crowdy, David, Dora, Eggy, Evil Leafy, Fanny, Fries, Grassy, Marker, Naily, Nickel, Non-Existy, Pie, Pillow, Remote, Robot Flower, Roboty, Ruby, Saw, Taco, Tree, and TV. Episode 62 will be the 19th episode of Season 1, called Precision. The episode will start off with one of the recommended characters joining the game. 3 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 63 will be the 20th episode of Season 1, called Gardening Hero. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 4 people will win immunity. Episode 64 will be the 21st episode of Season 1, called The Glistening. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 2 people will win immunity. Episode 65 will be the 22nd episode of Season 1, called Don't Pierce My Flesh. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. The viewers will now vote one of the 16 eliminated contestants to rejoin the game. Episode 66 will be the 23rd episode of Season 1, called Hurtful. The episode will start off with eliminated contestants rejoining the game. 1 person will win immunity. Episode 67 will be the 24th episode of Season 1, called Insectivo's Nightmare 2. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 2 people will win immunity. Episode 68 will be the 25th episode of Season 1, called Return of the Hang Glider. This episode will be the last episode of Season 1 with a name. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 1 person will win immunity. Episode 69 will be the 26th episode of Season 1. The episode will start off with one person being eliminated. This is the penultimate episode of Season 1, so voters can vote one person they want to win the season. The person who gets the most votes will win Dream Island. Episode 70 will be the Kelseys BFDR viewer voting finale. The episode will end with the winner being announced. And if a certain voting criteria for the episode is reached, voters will vote for the 20 contestants they want to join Season 2. The 20 contestants with the most votes will join Season 2. 2 random contestants will also be selected to join Season 2. If the voting criteria is not met, Season 2 will be the exact same as in canon. Season 2 will be called CBVVA, which is short for Kelseys BFDR viewer voting again. There will be 22 contestants divided into one team of 3 and one team of 19. The first team will be called Whole Bunch, short for Wheel is a Whole Bunch, which if the criteria isn't met will consist of Donut, Coiny, and Pin. And the second team will be Team No Name, which if the criteria is not met will consist of Puffball, Yellowface, Book, Fries, Ice Cube, Match, Pencil, Tennis Ball, Ruby, Dora, Spongy, Needle, Bombi, Teardrop, Fiery, Nickel, Rocky, Golf Ball, and Gelatin. Episode 71 will be the first episode of Season 2, called Yahoo I Wanna Know. Whole Bunch will lose the contest. Voters can vote by reading the videos in the description. The person with the most likes will win the prize, and the person with the most dislikes will be eliminated. Episode 72 will be the second episode of Season 2, called Get Digging. The episode will start off with one member of Whole Bunch winning the prize and another member being eliminated. One person from Team No Name will switch over to Whole Bunch. Team No Name will lose the contest. Episode 73 will be the third episode of Season 2, called Insectivo's Nightmare 3. The episode will start off with one member of Team No Name winning the prize and another being eliminated. One person from Team No Name will switch over to Whole Bunch. Whole Bunch will lose the contest. Episode 74 will be the 4th episode of Season 2, called Zeke Boogie Doo. The episode will start off with one member of Whole Bunch winning the prize and another being eliminated. 2 people from Team No Name will switch over to Whole Bunch. Team No Name will lose the contest. Episode 75 will be the 5th episode of Season 2, called Get in the Snow Monster of Yo-Yo City. The episode will start off with one member of Team No Name winning the prize and another being eliminated. 2 contestants from Team No Name will switch over to Whole Bunch. 4 contestants from Team No Name will defect and form a new team called Free Smart. Team No Name loses for the 2nd time in a row. Season 3 will be called VVBC, which is short for Kelseys IDFB viewer voting. This season will contain every contestant who is still in the game as of CBVVA 5, minus the person who will be eliminated in CBVVA 6. 5 new characters will also join the show: Bubble, Eve Leafy, Flower, Leafy, and Woody. Episode 76 will be the first episode of Season 3, called Welcome Back. One of the 40 contestants who are in the Tiny Loser Chamber will have a chance to rejoin the game. Voters will vote one contestant they want to rejoin the game by typing their name down in the comment section below. the person with the most votes will rejoin the game. Plus, at the end of the episode, the voting results for CBVVA 6 will be shown. Season 4 will be called BFC, which is short for Kelsey's BFB viewer voting. This season will have 64 contestants divided into 8 teams of 8. The first team will be called A Better Name Than That, which will consist of basketball, 8-ball, tennis ball, golf ball, grassy, TV, robot flower, and blocky. The second team will be called The Losers, which consists of Fiery, Pin, Coiny, Needle, Loser, Eggy, Quack, and Cake. The third team will be called Ions, which consists of Snowball, Lightning, Fanny, Flower, Pencil, Match, Ruby, and Bubble. The fourth team will be called Death Pact, short for Death Prevention and Creating Trust. It will consist of Lie, Pie, Black Hole, Bottle, Tree, Pillow, Remote, and Pen. The fifth team will be called Team Ice Cube, and it will consist of Barf Bag, Spongy, Fiery Jr., Bombi, Bracelety, Jolton, and Alien Donut. The sixth team will be called Teardrop, and it will consist of Gady, Bug, Ice Cube, Dora, Teardrop, Saw, Lollipop, and Taco. The seventh team will be called Beep, and it will consist of Leafy, Roboti, Rocky, Cloudy, Woody, Nickel, Balloony, and David. And the eighth team will be called Free Food, which will consist of Yellowface, Bell, Foldy, Sapy, Marker, Fries, Puffball, and Eraser. Episode 77 will be the first episode of Season 4 called Getting Teardrop to Talk. Ions will lose the contest. Voters can vote one person they would like to eliminate by typing down the letter in square brackets. Plus, at the end of the episode, the voting results for VVBC2 will be shown. Episode 78 will be the second episode of Season 4 called Lick Your Way to Freedom. The episode will start off with one member of Ions being eliminated. Beep will lose the contest. Episode 79 will be the third episode of Season 4 called Why Would You Do This on a Swing Set? The episode will start off with a member of Beep being eliminated. Team Ice Cube will lose the contest. Episode 80 will be the fourth episode of Season 4 called Today's Very Special Episode. The episode will start off with a member of Team Ice Cube being eliminated. Death Pack will lose the contest. Episode 81 will be the fifth episode of Season 4 called Fortunate Ben. The episode will start off with a member of Death Pack being eliminated. Beep will lose the contest. Episode 18 will be the sixth episode of Season 4 called 4 Goes Too Far. The episode will start off with a member of Beep being eliminated. The losers will lose the contest. Episode 83 will be the seventh episode of Season 4 called The Liar Ball You Don't Want. The episode will start off with a member of the losers being eliminated. A better name than that will lose the contest. Episode 84 will fittingly be the eighth episode of Season 4 called Questions Answered. The episode will start off with a member of a better name than that being eliminated. Free Food will lose the contest. Episode 85 will be the ninth episode of Season 4 called This Episode is About Basketball. This episode will start off with a member of Free Food being eliminated. Beep loses the contest. Episode 86 will be the 10th episode of Season 1 called Enter the Exit. This episode will start off with a member of Beep being eliminated. The losers will win the contest and will get a rejoiner. Episode 87 will be the 11th episode of Season 4 called Get to the Top in 500 Steps. This episode will start off with an eliminated contestant rejoining as a member of the losers. Ions will lose the contest. Episode 88 will be the 12th episode of Season 4 called What Do You Think of Roleplay? This episode will start off with a member of Ions being eliminated. Team Ice Cube will lose the contest. Episode 89 will be the 13th episode of Season 4 called Return of the Rocket Ship. This episode will start off with a member of Team Ice Cube being eliminated. Teardrop will lose the contest. Episode 90 will be the 14th episode of Season 4 called Don't Dig Straight Down. This episode will start off with a member of Teardrop being eliminated. Team Ice Cube will lose the contest. Episode 91 will be the 15th episode of Season 4 called The Floor is Lava. The episode will start off with a member of Team Ice Cube being eliminated. 2 random eliminated contestants will rejoin the game, and 40 random contestants will quit and join Season 5. 26 recommended characters will be able to join Season 5. 9-ball, anchor, avocado, battery, blender, boom mic, camera, clapboard, conch shell, disk key, income tax return document, kitchen sink, leak, non-existing onigiri, PDA, price tag, rubber spatula, salt lamp, scissors, shampoo, shopping cart, snare drum, tape, VHS and winner. Episode 92 will be the 16th episode of Season 4 called The Escape from 4. The remaining 14 contestants will be divided into 2 teams of 7 based on whether they're closer to 4's color or X color. The have-cuts will lose the contest. The voting will shift for the first time in a very long while. Voters will vote on the person they want to be safe by typing in the letter in the square brackets. The person with the lowest amount of votes will be eliminated. Plus, at the end of the episode, the voting results for Season 5 Episode 1 will be shown. Episode 93 will be the 17th episode of Season 4 called X Marks the Spot. The episode will start off with a member of the have-cuts being eliminated. The have-nots will lose the contest. Episode 94 will be the 18th episode of Season 4 called Take the Tower. The episode will start off with a member of the have-nots being eliminated. The have-cuts will lose the contest. Episode 95 will be the 19th episode of Season 4 called How Low Can You Grow? The episode will start off with a member of the have-cuts being eliminated. The have-nots will lose the contest. Episode 96 will be the 20th episode of Season 4 called A Taste of Space. The episode will start off with a member of the have-nots being eliminated. The have-nots will lose for the second time in a row. Episode 97 will be the 21st episode of Season 4 called Let's Raid the Warehouse. The episode will start off with a member of the have-nots being eliminated. The have-cuts will lose the contest. Episode 98 will be the 22nd episode of Season 4 called Who Sold Donuts Diary. The episode will start off with a member of the have-cuts being eliminated. The have-nots will lose the contest. Episode 99 will be the 23rd episode of Season 4 called Fashion for Your Face. The episode will start off with a member of the have-nots being eliminated. The teams will merge. 3 people will win immunity. Episode 100 will be the 24th episode of Season 4 called The Game Has Changed. The episode will start off with 1 contestant being eliminated. 2 people will win immunity. Episode 101 will be the 25th episode of Season 4 called The Twisted Temple. The episode will start off with 1 contestant being eliminated. Profile will join the game, but he'll get eliminated not long after. 1 person will win immunity. Episode 102 will be the 26th episode of Season 4 called The Hidden Contestant. The episode will start off with 1 contestant being eliminated. 1 person will win immunity. Episode 103 will be the 27th episode of Season 4 called Uprooting Everything. The episode will start off off with one contestant being eliminated. One person will win immunity. Season 5 will be called TPOC, which is short for Coates's Teapot Viewer Voting. The season will consist of 42 contestants, divided into 6 teams of 7. The first team is Team Ace, which may contain Donut, Barf Bag, Coiny, Pin, Needle, Saw, and Gatey. The second team is Just Not, which may contain Naily, Bombi, Cake, the second Debater, Pillow, Book, and Nickel. The third team is the S, which may contain Quack, the first Debater, Ice Cube, Yellowface, Quaddy, Rocky, and Bottle. The fourth team is Are You OK, which may contain Golf Ball, Tennis Ball, Puffball, Fries, Eraser, Pen, and TV. The fifth team is Death Pack yet again, which may contain Pie, Black Hole, Tree, Remote, Fanny, Marker, and Lightning. And the last team is the strongest team on Earth, which may contain Basketball, Grassy, Robot Flower, Eggy, Bell, Foldy, and Snowball. Episode 104 will be the first episode of Season 5, called You Know Those Buttons Don't Do Anything, Right? Before the teams will form, the episode would start off with 2 recommended characters joining the game. Death Pact again will lose the contest. Voters can vote one contestant they like to save by using the letter and square brackets. Episode 105 will be the 20th episode of Season 4, called BFB, Back from Beginning. The episode will start off with one contestant being eliminated. This is the penultimate episode, meaning voters can vote by typing down the letter and square brackets on who they want to win the season. The person with the most votes will win the BFDI and the BFB. Also, at the end of the episode, the voting results for TPOCT will be shown. Episode 106 will be the BFC finale, called SOS, Save Our Show. The episode will end with the winner being announced. Episode 107 will be the second episode of Season 5, called The Worst Day of Black Hole's Life. The episode will start off with a member of Death Pact again being eliminated. Teardrop will join the show, but if Teardrop was eliminated before the split or is in TPOC, Balloony will join instead. However, if Balloony was eliminated before the split or is currently competing in TPOC, a random post-split BFC contestant will join the game instead. The strongest team on Earth will lose the contest. Episode 108 will be the third episode of Season 5, which is called Getting Puffball to Think About Roller Coasters. The episode will start off with a member of the strongest team on Earth being eliminated, but this time instead of one team, 2 teams will lose at once. And those teams are Teammates and the S. 2 teams can be up for elimination, but voters will only get 1 vote total. Episode 109 will be the 4th episode of Season 5, called Gardening Zero. The episode will start off with a member of Teammates and a member of the S being eliminated. Just Not and Death Pact again will both lose the contest. Episode 110 will be the 5th episode of Season 5, called Fishes and Dishes. This episode will start off with a member of Just Not and a member of Death Pact again both being eliminated. The strongest team on Earth and Are You OK will both lose the contest. Episode 111 will be the 6th episode of Season 5, called The Great Goikin Bake Off. This episode will start off with a member of the strongest team on Earth and a member of Are You OK being eliminated. The S and Death Pact again will both lose the contest. Episode 112 will be the long-awaited 6th episode of Season 2, called Well Rested. This episode will start off with one member of Team No Name winning the prize and another being eliminated. One member of Team No Name will switch over to Well Bunch. Well Bunch will lose the contest. Episode 113 will be the 7th episode of Season 5, called The 7 Wonders of Goiki. This episode will start off with a member of the S and a member of Death Pact again being eliminated. Just Not will lose, and the S will lose for the 2nd time in a row. Episode 104 will be the 7th episode of Season 2, called Intruder Alert. This episode will start off with one member of Well Bunch winning the prize and another being eliminated. 2 members of Team No Name will switch over to Free Smart. Free Smart will lose the contest. Episode 150 will be the 8th episode of Season 5, called Balancing Pact. The episode will start off with one member of Just Not and one member of the S being eliminated. Teammates and Are You OK will both lose the contest. Episode 160 will be the 8th episode of Season 2, called Meaty. The episode will start off with a member of Free Smart being eliminated. Well Bunch will lose the contest. Episode 107 will be the 9th episode of Season 5, called Outbreak at Stake. The episode will start off with one member of Teammates and one member of Are You OK being eliminated. Just Not and Teardrop will both lose the contest. Episode 118 will be the 9th episode of Season 2, called Catch These Hands. This episode will start off with a member of Well Bunch being eliminated. One member of Free Smart will switch over to Team No Name, and Team No Name will lose the contest. Episode 119 will be the 10th episode of Season 2, called Taste the Sweetness. The episode will start off with one member of Team No Name winning the prize and another being eliminated. The entirety of Well Bunch will join Free Smart, and 2 members of Team No Name will also switch over to Free Smart. Team No Name will rename to Fries. Free Smart will rename to the Beautiful Face Devotion Institute. The Beautiful Face Devotion Institute will lose the challenge. Episode 120 will be the 10th episode of Season 5, called An Aerophobe's Nightmare. The episode will start off with a member of Just Not being eliminated and the Teardrop team going completely extinct. Just Not will lose for the 2nd time in a row, and the strongest team on Earth will also lose. This time the voting system will shift and the change will be too subtle to notice. Instead of comments, people can vote in Google Forms. Episode 121 will be the 11th episode of Season 2, called Lots of Mud. The episode will start off with a member of the Beautiful Face Devotion Institute being eliminated. 2 members of the Beautiful Face Devotion Institute will defect from the team and create the team Team No Name. 4 members of the Beautiful Face Devotion Institute defect and become Less Restrained, Less Dumb, or LRD for short. The Beautiful Face Devotion Institute renames to Water's Open Aperture Hater Bunch, or Well Bunch for short. Fries merges with Team No Name. Less Restrained, Less Dumb loses the contest. Episode 122 will be the 12th episode of Season 2, called Insectophobe's Nightmare 4. The episode will start off with one member of LRLD winning the prize and another being eliminated. LRLD renames to Free Smart. One member of Well Bunch switches over to Free Smart. One member of Team No Name will defect and form the Team Fries. All teams will be up for elimination except for Free Smart. The person with the most likes overall will win the prize, and the person with the most dislikes overall will be eliminated. Episode 123 will be the 11th episode of Season 5, called Out of the Blue Blue. The episode will start with one member of Just Not and one member of the strongest team on Earth being eliminated. The teams will be scrambled into one team of 7 and 3 teams of 6. Quad Yay and will lose the contest. Episode 124 will be the 12th episode of Season 5 called What's Up Bell's Stream. This episode will start off with a member of Quad Yay and a member of being eliminated. And Quad Yay will win the contest, so they get to get 2 debutantes to join their team. Instead of eliminated contestants, it will be characters eliminated pre-split that never rejoined. Voters can vote one person to rejoin the game in Google Forms. Episode 125 will be the 13th episode of Season 2 called Well Look Who It Is. This episode will start with one non-free smarter being eliminated and another non-free smarter winning the prize. But if the eliminated contestant is not a Team No Name, one Team No Name will join that team. For this episode, the remaining 10 contestants will be scrambled into 5 teams of 2. The Science team will lose the contest. Episode 126 will be the 14th episode of Season 2 called You're a Filthy Friend. The episode will start with one member of the Science team winning the prize and another member being eliminated. The remaining 9 contestants will be scrambled into 2 teams of 3. The Stars and the Crazy Robot Coaster Dodecahedrons will both be up for elimination. Episode 127 will be the 13th episode of Season 5 called Category 1. This episode will start with one exerter rejoining as a member of Quad Yay and another exerter is rejoining as a member of Team 2 and Deathpack yet again will both lose the contest. Episode 120 will be the 15th episode of Season 2 called Sport Day. The episode will start out with one non-harp winning the prize and another non-harp being eliminated. If the eliminated contestant is a member of the Stars, one member of the Crazy Robot Coaster Dodecahedrons will switch over. The Hearts split into 3 teams. One member of the Crazy Robot Coaster Dodecahedrons switches over to the Pencil team, and so does one member of the Stars. Another member of the Stars switches over to Team Coiny. The Coiny team will rename to Well Bunch, and the Pencil team will rename to Free Smart. One member of Free Smart will be a member of Well Bunch and Free Smart at the same time. The Stars will rename to Nickel, and the Crazy Robot Coaster Dodecahedrons renamed to Team No Name. Every team is up for elimination except for Nickel, and the only member of Free Smart and Well Bunch at the same time will have 2 voting icons. Episode 129 will be the 14th episode of Season 5 called I Said Careful. The episode will start off with one member of Team 2 and one member of Deathpack yet again be eliminated. Deathpack yet again loses for the 2nd time in a row and will also lose. Episode 130 will be the 16th episode of Season 2 called Respect to the Wicked. The episode will start with one person other than Nickel winning the prize and another person other than Nickel being eliminated. If the eliminated contestant is not a Free Smart, one member of Free Smart will switch over. The only contestant on 2 teams at once will switch over and join Fries. Fries will rename to Fry Smart. Every team will be up for elimination except for Well Bunch. Episode 131 will be the 17th episode of Season 2 called Start the Shift. The episode will start with one non-Well Buncher winning the prize and another non-Well Buncher being eliminated. If Nickel doesn't go extinct, Nickel will merge with the team that has the eliminated contestant. The teams will merge. One person will win immunity. Episode 132 will be the 15th episode of Season 5 called Seasonal Shift. The episode will start off with one member of Deathpack yet again and one member of being eliminated. Team 2 will lose the contest and Deathpack yet again will lose for the 3rd time in a row. Episode 133 will be the 16th episode of Season 5 called The Power of 4. The episode will start with one member of Team 2 and one member of Deathpack yet again being eliminated. Quad Yay will lose the contest, but this time will be up for a double elimination. Episode 134 will be the 18th episode of Season 2 called Airplanes in the Night Sky. This episode will start off with one person winning the prize and another person being eliminated. One person will win immunity. Episode 135 will be the 17th episode of Season 5 called Bottle for Dream Island. The episode will start off with 2 members of Quad Yay being eliminated. Team 2 and will lose the contest. Episode 136 will be the 19th episode of Season 2 called Egg. This episode will start off with one person winning the prize and another person being eliminated. One person will win immunity. Episode 137 will be the 20th episode of Season 2 called Launch Party. This episode will start off with one person winning the prize and another person being eliminated. One person will win immunity. Episode 138 will be the 18th episode of Season 5 called BFC 30. The episode will start with one member of Team 2 and one member of being eliminated. Deathpack yet again will lose the contest and will lose for the 2nd time in a row. Episode 139 will be the 19th episode of Season 5 called Last One Standing. The episode will start off with a member of Deathpack and a member of being eliminated. This episode will take after Teapot 21, so it's unknown what happens that episode. Episode 140 will be the 21st episode of Season 2 called We're Not Friends. This episode will start off with one person winning the prize and another person being eliminated. Since this is the penultimate episode, voters will vote one person to win the season by voting in Google Forms. Episode 141 will be the 22nd episode of Season 2 called I'm the Main Character. The episode will end with the winner being announced. Episode 142 will be the 20th episode of Season 5 called Alone. 2 people may be eliminated. This episode will take after Teapot 22, so let's not know what will happen exactly that episode. Season 6 will be called CTVV, which is short for Kelsey's BFDI Viewer Voting Elsewhere. There won't be any teams, but the episode will consist of the following 12 contestants: David, Rose, Beach Ball, Needy, Sticker, Sidewalkie, Jammy, Hot Dog, Money, Ruler, Toothpaste, and Fur. Episode 143 will be the 1st episode of Season 6 called Elsewhere on Earth. 6 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Voters will vote one person they want safe in the comments using the letter and square brackets. Episode 144 will be the 2nd episode of Season 6 called The Bare Minimum. This episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 5 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 135 will be the 3rd episode of Season 6 called Everyone's Enemies. This episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 5 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 146 will be the 4th episode of Season 4 called Insectophobe's Nightmare Zero. This episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 4 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 147 will be the currently unnamed 5th episode of Season 6. This episode will start off with one person being eliminated. 4 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. Episode 140 will be the currently and 21st episode of Season 5. But based on the teasers for Teapot 21, the episode will be given the preliminary name of Insectivo's Nightmare 6. 2 people may be eliminated. This episode takes after Teapot 23, so it is unknown exactly what happens in this episode. The last episode of the predictable feature is the unnamed 6th episode of Season 6. This episode will start off with 1 person being eliminated. 3 people will be randomly selected to be up for elimination. But anyways, those are just my thoughts. What are yours? Tell me in the comments.